one of the hardest things about the OCD recovery journey is when you're stuck and you're at the beginning, or you're in the phase where you don't know where you're going, what you're doing, any of that part, which makes up a lot of it. You can't see a way out. And because your mind is so consumed by physical anxiety and guilt, you can't see however you're going to get back to that baseline peace. And you dream of the time before OCD and keep questioning, how the hell did I end up in this position? I was fine yesterday. That's what makes that part hard, because you find it hard. It's like looking up at Mount Everest, having not even been able to climb a flight of stairs very well, and thinking, how the hell am I going to do that next week, right? Well, you're not going to do it next week. That's the first thing. Take that pressure off your back. You're going to just work on bit by bit, building up this kind of mental fitness, changes in perspectives that change and get under it bit by bit, to under the roots, under the core fears, a deeper level of acceptance, so that you don't have that chronic guilt locked on, latched sort of vice around your stomach, chest and mind. All comes off bit by bit by bit. But it doesn't come off gradually. There's setbacks. It's like a roller coaster ride of ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. That's how it goes. And if you've got OCD, you know very much what that feels like. So you've got to take your mind off that finish line. Otherwise, I used to wake up in the morning and I'd be straight away trying to get to the finish line, trying to be recovered from the second I woke up. That don't work. Trying to be recovered from the second you wake up, it's not going to work at all, right? How am I going to pull that off? If you look at like Howard Hughes, who was one of the wealthiest men in the world in like 1940 or whenever it was, 1930, and he was an aviation pioneer, hugely intelligent guy, and he couldn't recover because he didn't have the tools at the time. So why on earth would you think you're going to recover just by yourself sitting in bed in the first 20 minutes before you get up? And I tried that every damn day. When you're on the recovery journey, give up in your mind trying to recover today. Work on it. You're working to recover. You're going through one day at a time, and you're going to see how you go. Because then you're not fixated on it and then compulsively controlling and trying to force it in your mind to get it all in place and in position, which doesn't work, as you know. OCD recovery takes time and practice. OCD recovery is, in all of us, slightly different but runs into the same river. When I say slightly different, we have different beliefs. We have different perspectives, different backgrounds. The OCD itself and our perspectives all change equally, but we have to come about it the same way, but different in our own perception. Someone might have a fear of HIV, someone might have a fear of cancer. They're the same, running off the same core fears. However, how we get there, slightly different exposures, slightly different changes in perception. That's all. When you're on the recovery journey, stop comparing yourself to everyone around you. We do that. We are unique. Why do we say that? Because otherwise you're trying to measure. Oh, but this person recovered in this time. Can I have a deadline, Rob? When can I recover? What deadline? When should it be gone? Deadlines do not work. You see it placed on by people who have no clue about OCD. Come to this course and be recovered in a week. Crap. Never. Read this ebook. You'll be recovered in a month. Never. That is not going to work. How can you put a deadline on something like that? If I go and break my leg and go to hospital, give me a deadline when this leg's perfect. They'll say, oh, this number of months roughly. They can't give you exact date. They don't know. They've got no idea. Well, they know they have a rough idea, but they don't know exactly which day you're going to be up, running and feeling yourself. Now, OCD is obviously more complex in nature because there's more going on. So you can definitely not just say deadline. Some people come in, they're back on their feet, back to a baseline of peace in a few weeks. Some people come in a few months. Some people come in a few years. Take your mind off the deadline because it's counterproductive. Why? Because you watch it like a hawk. OCD watches it like a hawk. Only when I feel relief, then I can live my life. Wrong. You can live your life now with it coming for the ride. But I feel guilt and anxiety. Yeah, the same as with a broken leg. You've got to feel that for now and bring it for the ride. It's all part of the journey. When you're on the OCD recovery journey, like with addiction, you are trying to just make it through each day. That's the goal. And then that adds up. Hey, I went to that restaurant. It wasn't too bad. Hey, I went on that date. It wasn't too bad. Hey, I haven't been too bad the last couple of days. Builds up. Then when you have a setback, oh my God, I feel like I'm at square one. I'm never going to get better. My life's ruined. That's what it always feels like. It's going to feel as real as it can get. The nature of OCD, remember this. It's going to feel as real as it can get, and you can't tell if it's OCD or not. Biggest mistake people make, trying to constantly work out if it's OCD, if it's not, and then trying to get themselves off the hook in that way. Doesn't work. We're working on a much deeper level of self-life and other acceptance, unconditional self-life and other acceptance, changing our relationship with OCD, getting more comfortable with uncertainty, and deep shifts in life philosophies and life perspectives that bring an overall baseline state of peace back once again into your mind. You are going to become an improved version of yourself. You do not want the old version of yourself. You want the 2.0 version of yourself, which is coming. That's the goal. There's hope. You can recover. Persistence, practice plus time, those are the ingredients to the recovery cocktail, and you will get there. Go for it. Put in the work. Be proactive. Don't coast, lay in bed, just sit scrolling. Get up, live life, healthy life structure, work out, eat healthy, read, educate, all of these things. We're here to help you as well. We offer one-to-one coaching. You can email us at info@ocdrecovery.com. And we're here to help you along the way, realistically, rationally, not in a quick fix manner of you'll be better in a day or you're better in a week. Those ideas not going to help you. But building the tools and the substance and the grit and the knowledge to overcome OCD through a deep understanding of how it operates, so you can break down how it flourishes in your mind, because that's what it does. It wants to flourish on black and white, rigid thinking, 0 to 100, compulsive, catastrophized thinking. So we break that down bit by bit. You break that down bit by bit to get yourself better, back to the baseline state of peace that you once had.